again.
Hey, it's Shelby, and you're watching Brick on the Wall, a show about all things music, especially 239. And today we have Ainsley on. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So you're in town for a couple days, right?
Yeah, I'm here for a few days.
From LA?
From LA, yeah.
Nice. But you're from 239.
I'm from here. I'm from Fort Myers,
Nice.
yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised, yeah.
So you went to school. You actually went to FGCU, right?
I did, yeah.
Dang, is it weird being back?
It's really weird, yeah.
I can only imagine. And so I just want to know, like, what's your inspirations, like, for music?
Uh-huh. I mean, I've always been really passionate about singing and just like being an expressive person in general. And I just always connected with music, even like when I was little. So I just feel like, I mean, it's just like one of those things that where I feel like specifically singing like always appealed to me because like you can kind of like feel it like physically.
Yeah,
so
100%.
for me that was like the biggest takeaway, and I just feel like it's something super, I mean, it's easy to express yourself in words, but when you add sounds and you know all that other things, like it really makes a big difference.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you could say like I'm happy, and that's
Yeah.
one thing, but if you're singing like in a sad tone, like it gives it a double meaning and stuff. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, no, I feel that. So you basically have been in music your whole entire life.
Yep.
Is there like a certain point where you started writing your songs, or?
So I always kind of like played around with it, but I started taking it really seriously maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's when I actually started to like be like, you know, I was doing other things with my life, and I was like, I'm never really gonna be happy unless I really try to do this, even if it just is just making it. You know what I mean? Just the act of making the songs and doing it. And I like it's been way more successful than even I anticipated, and it's been really cool to see other people like care about it and come to the shows and play my music and all that stuff. Is just like super cool that it's connecting with other people as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, this will be coming out after her performance tonight, but she'll be performing at Old Soul with Deadlink Click. So
Yes.
tell me about that.
So Deadlink Click is something that me and Kid Quest pretty much kind of had this idea. It was really Kid Quest's idea mainly. Like I would say, is like the founder of it. But it's basically just a bunch of kids from the 239 that all have kind of some kind of like creative, you know, ability, whether we sing, we rap, we have a visual artist, we have DJs. I mean, we have all kinds of different people, and we just kind of all come together and make it happen. So we are hosting a show tonight with a couple of Deadlink artists. You know, OG Baby is in Deadlink. He'll be performing tonight as well, which is really cool that we can kind of do that, and then like also throw shows as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I dig it because it's just like a huge kind of like collective of all these artists and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it works really well. Like the EP that I just put out a couple days ago was the artwork was by Deadlink. It was mixed by Deadlink, recorded by Deadlink, produced by Deadlink. Obviously, I wrote it, and I'm in Deadlink, so it was like really cool just to have everybody that I needed right around me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I was going to talk about next.
Oh.
Was 36 flights. So what, like, obviously you're a flight attendant.
Right.
So do you end up ever writing songs while you're on flights, or just like ideas pop in your head? Like, obviously you're working, but like sometimes you have downtime, I'd assume. So
yeah,
like,
I mean,
stuff pops in.
some of it I did, maybe not while I was working, but while I was traveling, a lot of it. I remember like, so Hot Tub Johnny is the one that produced it. When he first sent me the beats, I remember when I had decided that I was going to use those beats, the first time that I came back to Florida, I literally listened to that like on repeat for like maybe 2 hours
Just
in
like
the
popped
air.
in your head.
Yep, and it just kind of all came together. And it like the first song Turbulence, literally like I was in turbulence and I was thinking about it, and there was like things going on in my life, and it just like the ideas just sort of kind of came together like super organically.
Yeah.
And like very like literally.
Yeah, because I mean it just like goes hand in hand. It's like a double type thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Super cool. And so your first EP was Jinx. That
Yes.
came out in 2017.
Yes.
What were like? You obviously probably written stuff before that, or
Yeah, those are the first ones that I really
like you felt really confident about and
Yeah.
wanted to show the world.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice. So how many like shows do you think you've put on since?
Like performed in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know I saw you at Brendan, like the show that Brendan Bennett performed at.
Yes.
Like a year ago, Old Soul.
Well, I don't know, because I've done shows in LA. I've done shows. Deadlink did a 3-date tour with Key like a year and a half ago. So I've done like small Florida tours. I've done shows in Miami. I've done shows in LA. I've done shows in Austin. We did South by Southwest in March. I really don't know how many. It's been a good amount though. I mean, we've performed for some really cool, like opened for some really cool artists that all of us really like, and we've also hosted a good amount of our own shows and done some like small tours and stuff. And then me moving out to LA has just opened a whole nother.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, a whole nother like world of shows and networking there. So I don't know how many, but a good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think like LA is a lot of more similar like minded people out there, and like how hard is it to actually link up with people in LA? Like is it as easy? Like sometimes like I feel 239 you can just be like, hey, and like people are like, okay, come on over, like let's do this. LA, is it people kind of like they have their own like cliques per se, or
It's almost like the same as here. It's just like turned up a notch. Like but it's honestly like being from a place like here has actually helped me so much being in LA, because I already came from a place where everybody really wanted something to happen, and there were people here that were willing to put in the work to like, you know, have the shows and to have, you know, the blogs and the shows like this, you know, that really want to push the whole idea forward. So I was really lucky to come from a place like this where there was already a scene that was going on and like other people that wanted to work. And so by the time I got to LA, the idea of networking and linking and building and all that stuff, like it wasn't foreign to me. And I feel like that actually really helped me. Exactly. It's just more. There's literally just more people. There's more of everything there. And so it kind of helped me navigate that a lot, actually being from somewhere like here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So for the whole music, do you want to do music as a career? Is that like a kind of a goal of yours, or you like having that as an outlet and then perform here or there?
I mean, that's the dream, you know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
dream, but I do think that like it's really just about like the feeling and the expression for me. But like, I mean, obviously, like if I could make it a forever thing, if I could make it a long-term thing, like hell yeah, absolutely.
So you don't think it would change at all if like it would change how you feel about music at all?
I don't think so, but I think if it got to that point, I would kind of sit down with myself and ask myself what I wanted to do from there.
Yeah, exactly. See like how you want to go.
But it hasn't happened yet, and it's just been more exciting as things have gone on, and I have, you know, so much more growing and learning and experiencing to do. But I mean, I've only fallen like more in love with it, and I just you know, right now I'm just gonna keep moving in that direction
because
it feels so
like
good.
How you are as a person.
Exactly. Yeah,
for sure. So a big question is, do you have iTunes or Spotify? Like Apple Music or Spotify?
Okay, I have both.
Okay.
I have both.
Which one do you prefer?
So I actually like the platform for Apple Music to listen to it better, but Spotify cares a lot more about artists. Like as far as like getting my music and talking to them and helping me with things like Spotify.
And putting you on random like playlists and stuff like that.
So I would say Spotify is a really great platform for artists that are coming up. I mean, they've done a lot for me as a very small artist and helped me get to a lot more people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Especially because it's just like obviously like it plays after you select amount of songs. It plays artists that are like that.
Exactly.
So if I were to have your Spotify or Apple Music, whichever one, and I press shuffle, what probably like the top 3 songs that would come up?
Probably Spin.
Okay.
And then the 2 new songs from my EP, so Cruising Altitude and Turbulence.
Other artists besides you.
Besides me?
Like what do you listen to?
What do I listen to?
Yeah, like 3 songs that probably pop up of like other artists.
Oh my gosh. That's so crazy.
I know, it's a hard question.
There's so many artists I listen to. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I really like Key a lot. I love Key. I think he's super dope. I love Lil Wayne. I'm just going to go ahead and say there's like a lot of Lil Wayne on my playlist.
Listen, Lil Wayne canceled the tour I went to go to. I'm still bitter about it.
Yo, I went to
listen to him, but
I went to Rolling Loud and he didn't show up, and I